Very pleasant welcome to all dear students in your session. Here I am going to teach you social science as we don't want to stop your learning. So please keep on watching my channel. Through that I am going to explain all the lectures and series. Before that, have a close look upon the syllabus. Dear children, this year you are going to study 4 books. One is your history, then is your geography and political science along with economics. As we all know, there are 4 books in social science. One is your history, which is named as India and the Contemporary World. It consists of your 20 marks. And second is your Contemporary India Part 1, Geography. And third book will be of Democratic Politics, which we say Political Science. And overall marking will be of 20. And fourth one will be Economics, which we say Eco. Also contain 20 marks. So overall in final exam we will get out of 80. Now let me introduce how syllabus is divided in history. So in history, in events and process section 1, we are going to learn 3 incidents which changed the complete scenario of the world. These events are very interesting. Number 1, which covers in your chapter 1 is French Revolution. And number 2 chapter which covers the socialism in the Europe and Russian Revolution. Number 3, Nazism, the rise of Hitler. With these 3 events, we are from Forest Society and Colonialism and Pastoralist in the Modern World, we will read only one, and here we will continue with Forest Society and Colonialism because it is correlated with your class 10th in next year. Now next book is your Contemporary World in India, that is Geography. In that first chapter is India, where you are going to study about the size and location of country of India. What are the physical feature? Basically we all know physical feature, mountain, plateaus, plains and all. Alright. Now third chapter, drainage. In drainage basically we will read about the chapter which consists of your map skills covered with your rivers and tributaries, lakes, all these areas. And fourth chapter will be of climate, and where we will come to know about the factors influencing the climate of India, and then distribution of the rainfall, etc. etc. Chapter 5, natural vegetation and wildlife, which covers map skill also, and increases your introduction towards the vegetation types and animal types which are very common in our country. Now the last one chapter in geography will be of population. This population chapter is correlated with your economics as well, and you can connect with your economics poverty to understand poverty as a challenge. Now third book is your democratic politics. In this chapter 1 is what is democracy, why democracy. Alright, we will read of different countries, how the nation is being divided into democracy. Now second chapter is constitutional design. We will study about our constitution, Indian constitution, but before that we will understand from where the concept of constitution is being designed with the help of the constitution of other countries like South Africa and other places. Third chapter is electoral politics, how election used to take place, what are the features which makes the election as a democratic. All these we will cover. And chapter 4 is of working of institution. There are 3 parts of working of institution: legislative, executive and judiciary. All these parts in detail we are going to cover in this chapter. The last chapter in democratic politics will be democratic rights. This already we are covering since from class 6 to 8th, that fundamental rights are being given, and all these rights we are going to study in deep way. Now fourth book is economics. Then economics, as I know this book is new for you in this session because we have never studied till class 8th. It was civics only. Now one more book, economics, is there. No need to worry about it. It is all about the economic condition of the nation, and if you will understand, it will be very easy. The story of Palampur is the first chapter, where you have been introduced how the production is being organized, and it starts from the story of Palampur, which is an imaginary village. And now second is people as resource, how we say that people can be also considered as a resource, that we are going to understand from the various activity wherein human beings are being involved. And poverty as a challenge. We all know that after being independence, we are being categorized into the developed country, but still we are facing one of the greatest challenge, that is poverty, which we need to work upon. So poverty is a foremost challenge for all of us. Now, security, food security in India. It will help you out to understand another phase of the economic condition of country these days. When COVID-19 has hit all across the world, we understood how economic is getting effect and where is the role of FCI, how the food supply used to take place, what is the role of food security, why do we do food security, what is the role of buffer stock, and what is the role of PDS. All these things we will cover. Thank you so much for listening me patiently. Very soon meet you in my first lecture in history. Good luck, good day. Stay safe and stay healthy.